I want to be clear that, like, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they're supposed to do.
No,
they're
I
supposed
disagree.
to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening, per se.
She's an idiot.
I want to be clear that,
she's an idiot.
So law enforcement's job is literally to prevent crime and prevent crime and deter crime from happening. How does that happen? Law enforcement patrols. Their presence is there.
Hold on.
Right.
So who solves it though?
How do you solve it? You prevent it.
Solving it would be the detectives.
Exactly. She's a idiot.
The detectives go and solve the crime that's been committed.
Prevent it.
But yes, you don't commit crimes in front of a police officer. Why? Because they will prevent you from doing this.
Because they're literal crime stoppers. Have you heard of Crime Stoppers? Isn't it a show called Crime Stoppers where the police
I think that's when you
stop
call
crime?
That's not a show. That's a system.
Okay, yeah.
Like in Lafayette downtown, I remember whenever I would see all the police officers on their horses, I would feel safer because I'd be like, okay, people aren't going to commit crimes right here because the police are right here and they are now actively preventing crime.
That might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Wow, I can't believe that shit. All right, guys, the White House posted this video, guys. We're going to get into it because the young niggas in Chicago think they can go to war with the National Guard. That's crazy. But, guys, this is a crazy story right here. I mean, hey, man, the crime in D.C. has been solved because of this. I don't know how every city's going to be solved, but Trump said it was 24 out of 25 cities are all blue that the worst crimes in.
The top 20, out of the top 25 most dangerous cities in the U.S., 24 of them are ran by Democrat mayors.
Wow.
So, I mean,
this is crazy, guys.
That's a trend, right?
Listen to this. Yeah, obviously.
You know, they got this old slogan out, they say, if you want to get away with murder, kill them in D.C. That's a slogan. That's the street slogan. Every time I turn around, there's another shooting, there's a murder. In the district, they killing and walking away with minimum time. See, D.C., they need everything that Trump is doing. I don't care what they say about him. Fix it. My name is Felicia Cook, and I've been a D.C. resident for since I was born there in 1956. On April the 23rd, that's when Marty went missing. I went downstairs, and he wasn't there. I said, well, I'm gonna call his job and see if he's been to work, because I know how excited he was about the job. And the people said at work that he hadn't been to work. When I hung up the phone, it's kind of like I knew something was wrong. Meantime, my daughter coming up here every Friday, and she going through everything he had downstairs. And she found out his last conversation was with some girl he had met on Plenty of Fish. He went to visit her, and he never came back home. That's all he was doing, was going on a date. That was it. He shot that boy 7 times. He overkilled him, cold blood. He didn't give him a chance. My grandson was 23 years old. Just getting his life together, man. My grandson's life did matter. And I live with that pain every day. What are you telling the victims? We don't matter, the criminals matter more. The Democrats didn't do it. I stood in front of the Department of Justice. I talked to Mayor Boss. They heard his story. They knew it. They saw us out there crying. Never did nothing. We have to live with this for the rest of my life. Ooh, I'm so glad. Somebody's finally hearing it. The man is doing something right. It's time for it. I don't care what you say. Be mad at me. Be mad at me. Somebody's finally trying to do something to make it better. You wanted to clean up? You wanted to stop? Let them killers know you mean business. Thank you. Thank you so much, because at least it brings some soothing to my pain to know that somebody cares. And somebody somewhere cares. And I don't want this to happen to nobody else.
Damn, you know what the difference is?
That was powerful right there.
You know what the difference is? The Democrats have posted a video like this for the Maryland man or for the immigrants.
Yeah.
Simmons, he ain't gonna go to the immigrant house and show how sad it is that the family breaking up. They ain't gonna post this shit.
Even though he was caught sex trafficking.
We ain't gonna post this.
Human trafficking. He was human trafficking.
This is like, this is what we keep on saying every time on here. Why would you be against stopping crime? Who doesn't want crime to stop? What law-abiding citizen doesn't want violent crimes and murders to stop? How do you in your right mind, unless you benefit from it?
We gotta keep it 100. That was the best spokesperson for this issue because she's from DC, lifelong resident, and has personally been affected by it. She's seen the youth violence. Not only that, she's seen the black on black crime.
Like she said, what are you saying to the victims?
Yeah, what are you saying to the victims?
What are you saying to the victims? You care more about the criminals than the victims.
We're gonna get into this story, but it hasn't been a murder until this, guys, in DC. So they killed a random, how old was he?
21-year-old.
Student at UMass.
Student. Intern for Ron Estes.
Mile from the White House.
Killed him.
Ron Estes from Kansas.
Premeditated.
17-year-olds.
It can happen to anybody. We know he ain't do nothing wrong. We know he wasn't an op. The opposition of these three guys right here.
I'm finna cut my hair. I hate that I look
Man, let's just run it right now, man. This shit's crazy.
Suspects were targeting people who were riding bikes. In short, that they were a rival group that was riding bikes. In short, there were several surveillance cameras that captured the stolen car the three suspects were in, circling the block before opening fire in the neighborhood. We know that police were able to track a location on that stolen car. That helped lead them to the suspects and surveillance cameras in the apartment building where they lived, including the night of the shooting, that helped track the suspects' movements and make positive IDs. According to court paperwork, a close relative of the Lucas brothers helped police ID them.
Trash humans.
This shit's crazy.
There's too much trash roaming among us. Oh, but it's because they're hungry. Oh, but it's because they didn't have opportunity.
And people will say we just targeting black folks.
2 17-year-olds and an 18-year-old.
Ah, man. I mean, people are in the comments now saying, hey, y'all gotta stop posting these videos. Y'all gonna make me actually hate niggas even more.
I mean, but do we draw the line again? Are we gonna draw the line at being mean, or are we gonna actually identify a pattern that we know and everyone knows is true? People like us because we say the things that everyone else is thinking but is scared to say. We're not scared to say it. If I told y'all what I opened, I never look at my Instagram DM requests. I looked at them today, and so many people had fake accounts, and they were telling me crazy things. But I do not care at all because we do know that 56% of all murders are done by 6% of the population. That is an issue. That is where we must draw the line. Not at, oh, well, some people might be offended.
Not all black people. We never said that.
We know.
We said blacks and niggas.
Okay, so why does no one think about us like that? Because we don't murder people. Because we're not thugs. It is an issue. We are enabling it by not calling it out. When you call it out, that is the best thing to do, I believe. When we do things to stop crime, I truly do believe this. What we do, I've prayed about this multiple times. What we do is the best thing for the black community.
It is.
Because it's telling them this is wrong.
Guys,
the music glorifies it. The people glorify it.
I'm literally the only non-pro-black person in my family. All my people, I don't have thugs, pro-blacks. I have all that shit you think about black people. I got all that in my family. And I'm the only one that are just still saying the shit that I say on this channel every day to each one of them. Me and my father disagree with shit like this. He's pro-black, and I can't agree with the shit that he says. He think Carmelo Anthony getting off. I can't agree with the shit that he says. I said, you a dumb nigga. You my daddy. You raised me well. But nigga, politically, you're slow. You're dumb. You know how to make a little money, provide for your family, nigga, but like the pastor say, you don't know the world, son. You can teach the black man everything. But the nigga don't know the world.
We can't, I think that we care too much about feelings. We need to care more about safety than feelings.
But all we doing is call out a trend.
They will get over it. Everyone knows. Everyone knows the trend. And that's the thing. We can say it and not care what people think. If a white person say it, they get labeled like Charlie Kirk. a racist.
That's why they glad. That's why it's so crazy that
But you
people
wanna know
happy that we
something?
say it.
They constantly labeling them racist for speaking some objective truth.
Noticing trends.
You just taking the power away from that word. People gonna
You are.
It's only
Because
a matter of
everyone
time.
knows that he's actually not racist.
Yeah.
I've sat down with the man myself.
Dude, they say my dad said, so why y'all don't speak on the white man that's just shooting up the school? I said, nigga, we do. We notice the trends. They're transvestites. They're transgender. We set the trend
notice,
here.
Yo, everyone know we say we need to be tough on crime. We didn't say we need to lock up all black people. We need to be tough on crime. So if it just so happens that 56% of murders are done by 6% of the population, well, I bet that 6% will probably tend to get locked up more. And we cry about mass incarceration and how that's such a big problem. Oh, these private prisons. We need more. We need more prisons. We need more people getting locked up because that will stop people from dying.
Brandon Johnson has 150 officers with him when he moves around, guys. Hey, them my dumb ass daddy calling right now. Hey, y'all miss something, Dad. I'll call you back.
I'm right back. I got something to tell you.
He said he got something to tell. He ain't got shit to tell me.
All right, bro. You ain't got to cook him.
Gracious. It's your dad, man.
He's a nice man, bro. He not
And your
committing
wife,
crime.
Stacy, be willing to cut your security detail from 150 sworn police officers and put those police officers back on the street where they can protect real Chicagoans?
So we're very proud of the work that we're doing collectively to ensure that our police officers have the resources that they need. As I've said repeatedly, it's policing and affordable housing, it's policing and youth employment, it's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's going to take all of us, the business community, the philanthropic community. We're working collectively with Cook County government, the state of Illinois, the state's attorney as well. The volume of cases that we are pushing towards the state's attorney so that we can continue to close out these cases as we really drill down with our detectives division as they solve crime, as they get the evidence over to the state's attorney, gives her the ability to make the prosecution so that we can continue to deter crime in the city of Chicago.
See, I'm telling you, these are the type of people that never hung around thugs. They don't know thugs. I'm pretty sure Brandon Johnson ain't play football. Because if you play football, you know niggas. He don't know niggas, bro. He was the dude that went to a black school and was probably a nerd. Never hung around niggas in his life. Never had a little sagging pants in his life and never hung around niggas that sagged his pants for more than 5 minutes. He was scared. That's why, and they hang around women and they get this stupid ass ideology that it's not black folks' fault. It's not these thugs' fault. It's these thugs' fault.
That's one thing too, but also, I know you don't agree, but the universities push this. If you ask ChatGPT why black people violent,
That's not the problem with black people.
it will blame everything but black people. It's the liberal. It is the liberals'
I will say
mission to push this.
I would say there is like a lot of system that is like a lot of these kids born into this
because of the culture.
Because of the environment they in. They in these poor ass environments where everybody thugging and they getting away with it. So they think that's the way of life.
That's why
that's a fact.
That's why he
there's
has
poor
a
white people that don't murder like black people.
For sure.
So it's not the money.
I never said that. I said it's the poor ass environment of thuggery.
It's the culture.
It's
the culture.
Rednecks is they just as poor.
Bro, let me tell you. I've been wanting to say this, y'all. So when I was back home recently, I talked to my grandma, right? My white grandma. She said her grandparents lived in a tent that her grandma knitted herself. Damn. And guess what they did for work? They picked in the fields. They picked crops in the fields in the tent that they lived in that she knitted. They were dirt poor. She had dirt floors growing up. Why aren't they committing crimes? There are poor white people too. There are poor Mexicans. There are poor. It's culture.
The argument is they more likely to get a job than the black man.
Why? In a DEI world we live in,
yeah, you can't complain.
If you come with skills, you get a job.
You can't complain.
If you think that you're enslaved, you're a slave. You're enslaved in the mind by the Democrats. That's what I'm telling you, bro. They push this in schools, in colleges.
To the white people.
Because the white people are the ones there.
Okay, okay, no.
If a black person goes in there, they're going to tell you the same thing.
The white people are getting it from the colleges, but niggas are getting it from just themselves.
Okay. But either way, both are an issue. Because if the most like prestigious universities, Harvard, that's why Trump was going after Harvard. Because they are pushing this narrative so much as well. So that the white people, the white liberals, pass laws and give excuses and enable black people to keep doing this because they want to keep that vote. They want to keep them on welfare.
As we try to address an issue of safety, which every community deserves. Does that make sense?
It does.
Well,
Joe, take it.
Well, but the thing is, you talk about how cops on the streets won't make a difference. I will tell you that one poll after another has suggested otherwise. When you speak to Black Americans, when you speak to poorer Americans, there's a Washington Post poll that we've talked about quite a bit over the past several weeks since we talked about additional troops in Washington, D.C., and that is 91% of D.C. residents said that crime was a serious problem. The people that said crime was a very serious problem overwhelmingly were Black residents. Those who said it was not a serious crime predominantly were white, rich residents. And the demographic who said that crime was the biggest problem were Black women. I go back to 2020 when there were a lot of hipsters talking about defunding the police, a lot of political activists talking about defunding the police. You can find New York Times articles in real time about communities predominantly with people of color in some of the poorest and most dangerous parts of New York City. And their city councilmen and city councilwomen were saying, defund the police. What are you talking about? We need more police on the streets. We need more safety officers in our school. We need more police.
Y'all heard what Jasmine Crockett said.
Officers making sure our children and our mothers can walk to school and walk to work without being stopped by gang members. So I guess that's my question back to you. When you're speaking generally about this, are you speaking as an academic? Are you speaking as somebody who reflects these communities who say, we live in a dangerous city? I know rich white people in Georgetown may feel more comfortable, or in Northwest Washington may feel more comfortable, but in Southeast, we don't feel more comfortable. We want more cops.
Thank you.
No, Joe, I'm not just speaking as an academic. I'm speaking as a Black man who has been reared in the United States with a deep-seated suspicion about whether or not police.
You ain't never been to the hood in your life, probably, bro.
He is a Yale.
He ain't never been in the hood.
He is a Yale professor.
Bro, that's a Black man.
Wait. Say that again. Say that again, Brandon.
This is a Yale professor.
Yale professor. That's what I'm telling you.
Get on here with your blue glasses, because he was crying like a bitch talking about Trump.
Abby Phillips.
Get on here and talk about Black men don't feel safe around the police. I love when I go somewhere and see the police.
Me too.
I'm a young man. I've been in South Louisiana.
Yeah, we have seen things.
I've seen shootouts. Do you know what would have prevented that? Cops.
But that's the
I live
thing,
in
though.
South Texas, bro.
The thing is, you seen it. We all seen it. He hasn't. So
he's
who has a more credible? Who's more credible here?
Again.
Oh
but
my
guess
God,
guess where he was taught this shit? Guess where he was taught it?
At the university.
At the university. The universities are a huge problem.
So then they throw someone on TV that sound articulate, that went to a good university, and now they speaking for the Black men.
This shit makes my blood boil, bro.
You ain't never,
Black people would be much safer with more police presence. Why? Because they gonna stop them youths, them criminal youths, with all them guns that don't have no care in the world for what happens to them or anybody else. It's gonna stop them from doing what they do. I want more police. I don't give a damn.
As a Black man who has been reared in the United States with a deep-seated suspicion about whether or not police actually are engaged in protecting our communities, right? Having had the talk, right, from a young man, from a young boy. So there's not this relationship to the police that you're presupposing. And let me just say this, I think.
Blue glasses.
No. Hold on. Let me just make this point, though.
Hold on, Eddie. I'm not presupposing anything. I am giving you data. And by the way, are you living the same experience that you're talking about, that we've talked about on this show for 18 years with you and Gene Robinson and everybody else? But is your experience in Princeton the same as somebody's in Anacostia?
No, of course not. There are class differences. There are class differences that complicate.
The person in Anacostia.
Yeah, come on, bro. He got
this
cooked.
green.
Yeah, he got blue glasses on, bro.
I'm trying not to attack these people, man. This dude Eddie Glay, I don't
and
like
another thing, bro.
Clown,
you know how
bro.
Black people be like, oh, we need to have you given your kid the talk about police? Have you given the kid to talk about the most dangerous threat to them? Other black folks?
Yeah.
Like, come on. That needs to be the talk. The police are not your biggest threat. Getting pulled over is not your biggest threat. Your biggest threat is going around niggas.
My dad, hold on. My dad had some discussions with me with cops, but more with niggas.
You want to know the one thing my dad told me? He said, hey, don't trust the police. Hey, but respect them. He said, don't trust them.
I'm keeping real. I never got to talk about the police ever.
I've
never had to talk about the police. And I've never had a problem with the police.
But you want to know something? My mom's a lawyer. So when we used to go places, oh, hey, Tracy. Hey, see, how's it going? So I was used to that. You know, I remember I was talking to a cop. My dad pulled me aside. He said, hey, I know you being friendly and stuff, son, but don't trust them. That's all he told me. But be respectful. Keep doing that. Love that. Don't trust them.
I was never told anything about police.
I was told.
And I've never had an issue with police.
I've never once in my life had an issue with police.
But guess what I've had an issues with?
You got respect, though.
Guess what I've had issues with, though?
I know. My
so
dad,
what
can't avoid the police. You got to respect them. But then you know what my dad told me?
Respect everyone.
Don't hang with niggas. That's one thing he said.
That's the best.
Don't go around them. He wouldn't never tell me don't go hang at the police. Oh, son, you can't be no. Yeah, you could be a police. You say, yeah, you could be a police officer, but you can't be no thug.
I just like.
Come on now.
Y'all.
Come on now.
It is such a.
I would rather be a police officer than a.
Like, whenever I have kids, I will have to talk with my son. Yeah, we gonna have to talk. Stay away from ninjas. Don't worry about the police. You respect people, they respect you. But them ninjas will not. Because their brains don't function regularly. There's black folks and there's ninjas, y'all. Everyone knows the difference.
Part is the brokenness of the nuclear family, the brokenness of the black family, the fact that black fathers are absent, that young black men turn to drugs and gangs.
How dare
and by the way,
well, the
this
family,
is also
I
true
think the
for
family in
young
general
white
you can
men
point to. I don't know that one race over the other works.
This is also true for the murderer who killed the two young children, a white man. Will you listen to what I'm saying? I literally said the broken nuclear family, both black families and white families. That murderer.
You singled out black families, but if you're saying all families, it's a different point.
It's especially evident in the black community,
right.
but it is also true that when fathers are absent, that young men are more likely to commit crimes.
I'll put you guys on a text thread.
Put us together. If you're open to that, Liz, I'm open to it.
I'll put you together. Liz is open to conversation.
Let's do it.
Nina's open to conversation. That's why we're all here. It's not an easy conversation to have, but it's an important conversation to have. We'll keep having it. Liz, thank you for being here. Nina, appreciate you. I'll put you guys together right after the show. All right?
It's pretty 70% of black children are being born to single mother homes.
And then we look that 56% of every murder is done by 6% of the population in the same race that has the least amount of fathered homes. Everyone knows fatherless homes equals thugging person, whatever race.
70%. 70% of black youth, of black children are being born to fatherless homes. Does that not sound like a broken home to you? 70%?
One last thing.
Their father?
Trend.
One last thing. You remember when you argued with me? I said black people will shame someone who snitches 1,000 times over before they will shame someone who don't take care of their kids.
I'll shame me.
What is everyone in the black community talking about right now? Young Thug, Lil Woody, and snitching. But what they ever talk about, he's not talking. He ain't taking care of his kids. They would never ever have that conversation.
Yeah, that's facts. That is facts.
So here's the thing. This is going to come for everyone. That's the point about authoritarianism. What we are seeing right now in this Supreme Court, essentially saying we will say the president and protecting the president's, our perception of the president's power is more important than protecting people from the overreach, the abuse of power that violates their constitutional rights. And we'll watch it play out, watch people get harmed before we will say it has to stop, if they will even say it has to stop. The red line, if we don't have a red line with the Supreme Court, we have lost a major part of our balance of power. Or Pacific Islander, or Native American, or black.
Boo-hoo.
It is racially profiling over, and it is people who are Asian, or Pacific Islander, or Native American, or black. It is racially profiling, but it is coming for everyone. And the point here about the military is going to become much more crucial.
Is it?
All right, shut up. Let's get that military down in Chicago, guys. Let's get that down there, guys. That's really what all this is about.
If you
right
care
now.
about black people, you want crime to stop. If you don't, then you're an idiot.
Yeah, we just have to run her for a quick second. But you know, black people out there in Chicago are saying they ready to go to war.
Well, let them do it and then see what happens. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even wearing tech suits no more. I'm so serious. I'm not wearing tech suits no
crazy,
more.
bruh.
I'm so serious. I wanted to sell my Dodge Charger. You know why? We know why. I'm not wearing tech suits no more. You know why? I don't wear earrings no more. You know why? I'm sorry.
Earrings too?
I don't wear earrings no more. When the last time you seen me wear earrings?
Wow.
I'm not doing that no more. You know why? We know why.
Let me get your tech suit and earrings.
You can get them.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
He said it.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Wow. He did.
I mean,
Appreciate that,
if
bro.
I was Trump, I would just use this. Be like, oh, well, green light.
They said, this is what he said, y'all. This is what they said.
We rounding them up.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, though, bro. I really do.
These people are fucking stupid, man. Like,
I
why?
really do.
Why are you against this?
I will tell
We gonna fight back. We ain't like the
you
other niggas.
right now.
We got switches, gang.
Then they
We
go
got
cry that they
switches,
oppressed.
gang.
Switches versus a
gang. We
whole
got switches, gang.
military tank. They have a tank.
Never
brother.
see the light of day.
It's not about the, but they technique practice this every day. They got formations. They got riot
Not
chills.
National Guard, no.
Well, they ready. They're trained.
Not really.
They're trained.
They're out there with tanks.
They got some
Not really.
training.
The cars that they
Are we
ride
talking
in.
active duty? We talking about reserves?
It don't matter. They got
Don't
more
matter.
training than these niggas who don't go to the range because they
Who you
felons.
putting your odds on?
Ooh, I know who I'm
I'm
putting
putting
mine
my eyes on the National Guard.
Then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Does remain a very real issue in Chicago. Robbers just hit a Rolex store right on the famed Magnificent Mile with thieves smashing the windows, grabbing nearly $200,000 in watches, all in broad daylight. Police did make 6 arrests, but since Friday, there have been 15 shooting incidents and 5 homicides.
No problem.
Faith leaders are calling for less federal force and more compassion.
Look at them women.
Chicago does not need militarization. Chicago needs mobilization for justice. Chicago does not need cages. Chicago needs care, community, and compassion.
They need more prisons.
We try to meet our pain with policing. Our
Polices.
cages and our hopes with handcuffs.
Lady blind back there.
We declare faith over fear, love over hate, and power
Stevie
over
Wonder.
Y'all heard what
oppression.
dude says. More bad people than good.
Out of the horse's mouth,
It's
bro.
over
That's what I tell
100,000
you, bro.
gangs in Chicago.
The hood dudes, they know that these niggas not good. The only the mama's gonna think, well, I mean, they're sweet babies. That's what, and the judges, and these DEI judges, those are only people that are gonna think that shit, bro.
Until their baby getting murdered.
I'm telling you, when Trump said Joe Biden didn't believe in this shit, that's when I knew right there. I
Even
said, you
hey,
know,
look right there,
this
Newsnation. I bet Stephen A. even is against
This
this.
DEI shit, that shit really ruined us really, really badly, bro. 'Cause think about it. The DEI shit got Kamala up there. Think about when Trump looking at this shit like, this black bitch really on side of me right now.
Black.
Whatever. This bitch really on side of me right now. You feel me? Joe Biden done put in work with this shit. People really putting in deep work with this politics shit to make America great. And then we got Kamala running.
She used her coochie to get up there.
Beyonce. Man, that shit, man, we gotta stop this shit, man. We gotta stop it, guys. Hey, Trump on the way out there, man. I've been waiting. I've been hoping. I hope it was happening Monday. I've been waiting on the videos. Like DC, that shit was beautiful, man. We seen them boys getting jacked up out there in the streets. That shit was beautiful.
Good police work.
Oh, if they do that shit to Chicago guys, that's gonna put fear in every other city because everybody know about Chicago. We gotta do it, guys. We out of here. Let us know what y'all think.